All right, so this is a small little thrift haul slash vlog, but not really a vlog just because everything I bought isn't technically thrifted, but a lot of it is thrifted. But I decided, why not just put out a little video for y'all of me going thrifting? Now, I know that I haven't really been posting a lot of thrifting content on this channel for a little bit, just because I've been doing so many crochet projects. But also, I just haven't really found a ton of stuff thrifting lately, and that's okay. It was like 2 weeks ago, me and my sister wanted to do a little bit of thrifting, and so I decided to like film a little bit here and there, and I think that's what I'm gonna do from now on for my thrift hauls, because like, here's the thing, I'm not done thrifting. I love thrifting. This is thrifted. Just here, 95% of it is thrifted, and I love that. But I'm kind of done thrifting clothes because I have so much clothes and I know what I want to wear for the spring and what I want to wear for the summer, so I don't really want to be buying clothes if I don't need them. The only exception is if it's like a grandpa sweater that I find really unique and I love it, or like a cool t-shirt, or you know, a jacket coat. I'm always gonna thrift those. But I kind of want to thrift more random things, you know, things that I can enjoy and stuff like that, rather than clothing. Without further ado, let's get into this thrift vlog video. The first place we actually went to was the Creative Knitter, but I didn't film because I wasn't too sure I was actually gonna make this, but here we are. So the second place we went to was this thrift store in Fort Erie. I kind of wanted that. Didn't buy it because I just don't need it. And that is the theme of this year, is that if I don't need it or I have something similar in my closet, I'm just not gonna buy it because I don't need to be spending money. I should be saving some money. I also have a lot of things that I need to organize at home, so don't need to add to that. What are you holding right now?
I'm holding this. I'm gonna hide.
Look, it's the fleece. I used to wear this every single day in grade 9.
It's triggering.
What I really do like about this thrift store, even though it is really small, they have a lot of fabrics. Like, do you see all this fabric? Well, I mean, technically it's like bed sheets and curtains and pillowcases and everything, but to me, that is fabric. I didn't find anything this particular day, but I always like to look in these sections. Now, I almost did buy this, but there was like an oil stain, so I sadly had to leave it. Then we went to this bookstore. It was freezing inside. It was so cold. But if you want to find a book, this place usually has it. I did end up finding 3 books. One of them is a series, and I bought 2 of the series, and there's 5 in the series. So I'm looking for the other books. This is a really cool place to walk around and look at some books. Then we stopped at Goodwill. Another one of these suits. I didn't buy it. And then my sister was like, you have to film this. And so I did. Then we went to Michael's, and one of my lovely viewers told me about this yarn, and obviously I had to go find it, and I did, and there was only 2 of them left in the store, these ones here, so I did buy them, and then about a week later I ended up going to another Michael's and buying a 3rd one because I would like to make a project with them, and I feel like I needed 3 of them, but they're so pretty. Also, they had all this new yarn. Didn't need to buy all of it, just saying. Then we went to this thrift store, which I haven't been to in a while. I used to love this store for the clothing, but nowadays not so much. Just because, again, I don't need to be buying a lot of clothing, but also, I don't know. There's nothing really that I'm looking for. I used to be really into like very vintagey, like 1950s, 1960s kind of style. And I've not really into that. I'm more in the 80s, and I just haven't found anything. This jacket, I kind of regret not buying this. Kinda. I don't need it. You know, if it's there next time, maybe I'll get it, but it was a really cool jacket. Then we went to Value Village, and I did find a lot of really good duck pieces. I didn't buy any because I didn't need any, even though that was there. Then I was looking at the jackets. I did like this one. It is the White Stag jacket line, but not for that price. Then I saw this sweater, and I was really tempted to buy it. Like, you know me, a Sears men's sweater, yes, please. But there was a lot of like things just wrong with it, and I didn't really want to take the time to fix it. So I did leave it, even though I thought it was really cute. And then, of course, I looked in the fabric section because it's me. Again, fabric as in blankets, because I want to get into sewing. I really want to get into sewing. I even went on Etsy and I bought a sewing pattern that can turn a blanket into a jacket, and I'm going to do it. I say I'm going to do it, but will I do it? I want to do it. I want to. I think I need to like reorganize my room so I can have a nice clean space to sew in, because I'm a very messy sewer. Things get cut up, things get tossed places. So I need like a week preparation before I start any sewing project. We are back. Now here's the thing. I was not sure that I was actually gonna make this video, so I didn't film inside my favorite yarn store, which is the Creative Knitter, but I did buy some really fun yarn. The yarn that I bought is this here. It is Estelle. It's called Color Flow. Does it give me what the name of it is? I don't see the name. I know it was called something. The color though, if anyone is interested in this, Q42207. And they had a little sample of it, and I saw the sample, I'm like, that is adorable. And I kind of want to make some cute cup cozies or something with this. And it's a yarn that I normally don't gravitate towards, but every time I go in there, I'm like, I need to buy at least one thing of yarn. So I just bought this. Really cute, like that. Next up, we did end up going to a thrift store, and I didn't buy anything in that thrift store, but we did stop in the bookstore before we headed out. Like before we left Fort Erie, basically. Bought some books because I want to get back into reading. I used to read all the time, and then I started crocheting. So all the time that I would dedicate to reading, crocheting took it over. But I would like to start reading again. So I ended up getting Ready Player One. I really liked the movie, and so I want to read the book. Unfortunately, it does have like this little thing here. I don't really care for that, but I wanted a book. I wanted to read this. So I got this, and then I really want to start reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the whole series. I think there's 5 books in total. I got 2 of them. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the first book, but I think I got like the 3rd and the 5th book. I think this is the last book. And then there's this book here, which is kind of neat. Even though I couldn't get the first book, I'm like, okay, well, let's get these ones so I don't have to worry about getting them in the future. Hopefully I will start reading soon, you know, hopefully. Then we went to another thrift store, and I found some pretty cool vintage board games. I want to buy weird old board games. There's one board game that I think I've mentioned, and I need it. So if anybody is in the Niagara area, or even Hamilton area, and you see this game, please let me know. It is called Switches. It's a game where you play little witches, and at the very bottom of it, there is a color, and I think it's like, you know, the generic green, red, blue, yellow. I remember I was the yellow witch. You would start off with a color you liked, and you put it down, and then you wouldn't be able to really know who you are after that point. And then you would just keep moving it around, and you'd figure it out, and there'd be cards, and it would be like, oh, you can lift up one witch and see what color it is, you know, to make sure you're moving the right one, or you can switch 2 witches around, stuff like that. And then you would keep playing, and then when you got to the end, whoever color got to the end first won. So if I was playing, obviously I was yellow because I love yellow. If I was yellow, and you know, witches get switched around, and at the end I end up with the blue one, well, whoever the player picked blue is the winner of the game. I need this game. I didn't own it. It was my neighbors who owned it, and I played it with their grandkids, And I remember playing it on the porch in the summertime, and I would be sitting like on the stairs, you know? I want that game so much. And so I've been looking in old board games, and now I kind of want to buy them. So the first one I bought is this one here. It is called The Great Dragon Hunt. Thought it was so cute. You get like licenses, but you have to hunt like the right dragon, and you're like a little knight. This is like the board game. Move it. And the drawbridges will open and the drawbridges will close. And if you're on the bridge and it opens, then you got to go back to the beginning. Or if it's open, you can't cross there. Like, I really want to play it. I'm trying to convince my sister to play it. And then the other one I bought is called Bargain Hunter. I thought I was missing a piece. So this is what it looks like. But when I opened it, it was like this and flat. And I'm like, oh no, did like some things get missing? I was like, am I supposed to put this on something? And I got like kind of upset. I'm like, don't worry, I'll figure it out. I'll make something. And then I just flipped it over. Look at this. I think this was made in the 70s. Okay, I would love to go shopping at this mall. You get like little plastic credit cards, has the money, and then this thing spins and it will either say credit approved or credit not approved. So I also really want to play this. Saw it and I'm like, this is such a cool game. Again, I have to convince my sister to play it with me. And then we did go to a Value Village, and I didn't really film too much here because it was kind of the end of the day and I was a little bit tired and I wasn't finding anything. I did find this. I won't open it because I'm inside. This cat umbrella. And I paid $4 for it. Now, it was really funny though, is where I work, somebody had this umbrella. Someone had this exact umbrella, and I've never seen this umbrella before. Exact umbrella with these cats on it. And me and this other lady I work with were kind of eyeing it. And we're like, who owns this? And we both thought each other had owned it because we're both cat people, and neither of us owned it. We're like, whose is this? And then one day it's gone. Okay, whoever had it took it home. And then I find this mysteriously in a thrift store, not even a week later after it's not in our back room anymore. And part of me is like, is this the same umbrella? Could you imagine if I take this umbrella to work with me? And then I put it there, and then the person who owns it, which I still don't know who owns it, sees it. It's like, didn't I like take this home? Why is it still here? Or if they donate it, it's like, I donated this. And then they get like weirded out, but also I don't want them to accidentally take it. So I probably won't bring it to work. This was like the best find of the day. Okay, that does it for this video. I know it was a really quick thrift haul, but you know, every once in a while I want to take you thrifting with me, even though if I don't find a lot of stuff, but I found some really cool stuff if, you know, I found those really cool board games and then this umbrella. So I'm very happy I went thrifting that day. If you're new to my channel, like sewing, thrifting, crafting, and of course crocheting, why not hit the subscribe button? You can follow me on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Patreon, where I post my crochet patterns. So definitely check that out. I think that is it. So y'all have a good day now.